guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I got this high-end look on a drugstore budget. As you'll see, both of these looks side by side, they look pretty similar. Shimmery neutral eye, great bold brow, glowy skin, and of course that deep matte purple lip. One of these looks was created using all high-end makeup and the other all drugstore. If you know me at all, you know that I love me a good drugstore find, so I'm so excited that this video is in collaboration with and sponsored by RIMMEL London. I have been doing tons of makeup testing to figure out which of their products are similar to high-end items that are in my collection. It was 100% up to me to find those products, and I've been swatching, testing, comparing them on my face for actual performance, because that's kind of what really matters. It's easy to get caught up in similar packaging sometimes, or even swatches, and although nothing is ever going to be a 100% recreation of another product, depending on your skin type, your skin tone, or even just your personal preference, it's really possible to find products out there that are comparable to high-end things that look beautiful and wear beautifully on the skin. So these are my top picks. Let's go ahead and get started. To conceal, I'm using the RIMMEL Match Perfection Concealer, which has a super creamy consistency, and this is where the packaging thing I mentioned comes into play, because it basically looks completely different than what I think it's comparable to, which is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. They both have comparable coverage, which is about a medium, and then kind of a satin finish. To contour, I'm using the RIMMEL Insta Duo Contour Stick in the shades medium and dark, and I find these quite similar to the Dior Blush Light and Contour Sticks, and I've said this 100 times over, but I love a stick format for a cream contour. It just makes it so easy. I used the dark shade on my face and then the medium on my nose. I let the concealer, like I do any concealer, kind of set on my face to really help build coverage, and then kind of blending out both my cream contour and my concealer. Be sure to use different brushes because you don't want to end up with contour under your eyes. You'll see the cream contour blends out really nicely and just adds a nice amount of definition and warmth to my skin. It's super natural, but you can also build it up if you want something more intense. And what really surprised me about this product was actually the highlighting portion. It just adds a really nice natural glow, and it doesn't have any shimmeriness in it and blends out really well. Moving on to mattifying the skin, which of course is very important for me and my oily face. I'm using the RIMMEL Instafix and Matte Powder. This is newer to their line, but I also have mentioned and love the more classic powders, the Stay Matte, the Clear Complexion. For my high-end look, I use the Urban Decay De-Slick Powder, and don't be scared that they look super white in the pan. They're really finely milled, and I just love the Instafix and Matte Powder. It's great for setting my face, but also touch-ups throughout the day. Onto an oldie but a goodie. I think I ran through an entire one of these years ago, and I remember using the lid as a foundation mixing palette. But anyways, it is the RIMMEL Bronzing Powder in the shade Sundance. Super soft texture with a little bit of shimmer in there, but nothing glittery. Same can be said for the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer, and I really like both of these. The shimmer is subtle, no glitter, no chunks, just warms up the skin, adds definition, and blends out super seamlessly. Moving up to my brows, I know I do things kind of in a weird order. Let me know if you do the same, but I'm using the RIMMEL Professional Eyebrow Pencil. This one is in the shade Hazel, which is just slightly lighter than my brows and gives me a more natural look. And this is a more of a traditional style eyebrow pencil, but I do really like the texture of it. Not too dry, has a nice amount of stiffness, which makes it easy to draw on brow hairs. And this is actually really similar to one of Anastasia's first brow pencils, which was the Perfect Brow, and not everybody can make a good sharpenable eyebrow pencil, but I do really like these for adding definition, and you can see I try to add that kind of fluffiness towards the front. For my eyes, I'm using the RIMMEL Magnifies Eyeshadow Palette in Keep Calm and Wear Gold. It has really nice pigmentation, blends easily. I always wear an eyeshadow primer with eyeshadows because I have oily lids, so I can get good wear time out of these. And I'm just using some of the matte shades and kind of a rosy gold shades as well. And if you didn't already guess it, this gives me total Urban Decay Naked Palette vibes. I actually appreciate that the RIMMEL has more mattes in it because I do tend to lean a lot on matte shades when I'm doing my eyeshadow, and I really like to have variety to add definition in the crease and even just to highlight under my brow bone. They also just launched a brand new palette which looks gorgeous. It's the Magnifies Color Edition with a ton of gorgeous warm tones in there. You know I love that. For mascara, I'm using their brand new Rimmel Wonderfully Real Mascara. This is new to their line, so keep your eyes peeled for it at the drugstore, launching this fall. And as you can see, it gives a really nice combination of length and volume, but definitely tons of length in there. I don't have issues with smudging or transferring, and I do like it on both the bottom and the top lashes as well. And a mascara that gives me similar results is the Tarte's Mascara. They both have kind of a wet black formula, and most importantly, they just make my lashes look great. On my cheeks, I'm using the Rimmel Lasting Finish Blush in the shade Madeira, which is just a perfect neutral shade with a little bit of rosiness in there. It's a matte formula and really reminds me of the Lorac Buildable Blush in the shade Cinematic. For my highlight, I'm using the Rimmel Magnifies Mono Eyeshadow in the shade Gold Record, which is something you know I've been loving to do lately, is the eyeshadow as a highlight thing. It's a really affordable way to get a great highlight, and on the cheeks, although they don't look similar in the pan, this gives me that same warm golden glow as the Dose of Colors Gold is the New Black highlight. You can use a fluffier brush or a more dense brush depending on how much you want to glow with your highlight, but there's no glitter in here. It just looks so great on the skin. Now to my lips, I'm using the Rimmel Moisture Renew Universal Lip Liner in the shade Clear, which is great for anybody who has issues with lipsticks feathering. On the high-end side, I was using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Ozone, and they both have comparable claims, formulated to prevent lipstick from smudging and fading, and of course, the bonus that it matches every single lipstick because it's clear. For my lips, I'm using another one of their newer items, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color, and I've worn these in a few videos recently. You may have seen me wearing the blue a little while back, and they actually have a blue, a gray, and a black, which I think is awesome. It may not be the kind of thing that you want to spend high-end cash on because you may not wear it all the time, but they also have some great berries, pinks, and neutrals. I'm wearing the shade Midnight, which really reminds me of the Tarte's Creamy Matte Lip Paint in the shade Chill. They have kind of a moussey formula, but dry down matte. Don't feel overly drying, but what I really like is they're super lightweight on the lips. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you are the most excited about. For me, it's probably the Stay Matte Liquid Lip Colors, the Insta Contour Duo Stick, because I cannot get enough of cream contouring. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!